What do you think is going to happen to Syria? What do you make of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham? What have you seen? I mean, it's already now been, we're recording this on the 23rd, so it's been like 15 days since, Mohammed al-Jolani is de facto in charge of Syria. Yeah. From what you've seen, what's your take on what's going on?
Well, first of all, in terms of like very surface level observations, he's taken off his military fatigues to a suit without a tie to now a suit and tie. So
I've seen that, yeah.
Kind of like in terms of like, externalities and just surface level, he's trying to sell himself in a different manner. He's also now much more soft-spoken, much more talking in kind of conciliatory terms. The jihadi kind of like rhetoric, the battle cries that were, voiced 3, 4, 5 years ago have now given rise to a wannabe statesman kind of like attitude, talking about, generalized peace and kind of like, Syria not being any nuisance to its neighbors, of Syrian society being multifaceted, that we don't want to impose anything upon everyone. Do I trust this? Is a tanky might ask, oh, you're being so gullible and naive. Don't you understand? We're watching. We're trepidated. We're not completely trustworthy. But let me tell you the difference. It's a very simple but very stark and very profound difference. For 52 years, there was one single certainty in Syria. Things were always going to be shit. We only had Assad, and things were always going to go into that direction. We never had an option of things getting worse because we knew he was in control. Things were always going into one direction, which was slow or quick descent. Now, for the first time in 52 years under Assad, 61 under the Ba'ath, since 1958 after the union with Egypt. The start, basically, of military dictatorships in Syria. This is the first time that we have a toss-up between things going to the bad or to the less bad. I'm not going to say good. So I'm hopeful for the first time that we do have an alternative. We do have a potentiality of a different outcome from the shit that we always knew was going to happen. This in itself is a night and day, is a seminal change. Where do I see Syria going right now? I see Syria going in a different direction than authoritarian dictatorship that was North Korea on the Mediterranean, basically. Even Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, even Ahmed, as he now calls himself by his civic name, not his nom de guerre, cannot, even if he wants to, force Syrians back into the chicken coop like Hafez al-Assad did in 1970 onwards. He cannot do it. Syrians are done with this. It's no longer doable. It cannot be done.